we're live on the internet. Here to play some Urban Shadows. It's going to be dark and dangerous. Um, we are not going to introduce everyone because I think their names are right below their faces. And if you want an idea about their character, listen to them when they talk, and/or watch the recordings of the old episodes that I have not put on YouTube yet, so you can't watch them. So, all good things. We're really up in it here at Inroads Productions. Um, I believe we have some beginning of beginning moves, right? I kind of just want to skip the beginning moves, and the reason being, this is where my thought is. My goal to start was to jump to Yvette first, and then go back to the rest of you because you are all together. Merritt, Victor, and Jasper are all together, and Yvette is the only one on her. And
But we can't skip the beginning moves, Matt.
That's fine.
How we level up. That's how we level.
Oh, that's true. You can't. That's true. The game starting moves does help you mark factions, so that is actually a very good point. That is why we don't want to skip these things.
We lost Merritt though, so I thought when he disagreed, he got kicked out. But
yeah, so
in fact,
yeah, so don't disagree with the GM. You will get. I'm sorry, the MC in this particular game. Yeah. Okay. So. And we want to do this a little quicker. I know we did. I took a long time with it last time. But
I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, go. Why don't you go first to remind me what we do?
I trust Jasper the least. Go. Now he spots like a fad for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Merritt, trust Jasper the least. Spotlight a faction for Merritt. Probably one you don't already have marked. I'm okay with you guys sharing that to like help you get advanced.
I don't think it can be one we can already have marked. I think it has to be one.
Yeah,
one you don't have marked.
Do you not have marked?
I don't have power or wild marked.
Okay. I guess do power then.
Okay. I'm gonna lay out. Okay, I've heard that power is doing some fucking freaky shit under the old tunnels in Brown. I've heard some of the old access tunnels they used to use to transport goods and like avoid the cold. I've heard there's like some weird shit going on down there.
So the power is doing weird shit in the old access tunnels under Brown University.
Yes.
Love it.
Okay, now I roll with faction.
You roll with that faction. Yep. So you're gonna roll with power.
Which I don't think I have anything in. Oh, no, I have one actually in power.
Let's get to the rolls for everybody. Make sure.
Okay, it's only a 7.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you are neck deep in it. You owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes you a debt.
Okay, I owe, what's her name? The power lady.
Oh, the one that Yvette met?
Yeah, there's a lot of NPCs in this game. I gotta keep track.
Yes, there is. And while,
I said I was gonna pursue, so I was pursuing something power related. I'm not in the power faction,
right.
But I have interests in the occult.
Yeah.
And I have interest in, some things to do with herbs and stuff like that. So I want to say that I got something from her and I haven't paid her back yet. So I owe her for that.
Okay, so Merritt owes that lady.
We don't know her name, do we?
I'm opening. I should also have my Google Doc where I have all that info open, so I'm working on it. But
okay,
I got that. And then,
good.
Okay, but someone owes you a debt too.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who else I know in the power faction besides Muhammad. He already owes me. So, who else is in power? I'll say the Night Janitor at Brown owes me a debt because I got him a job.
Night Janitor.
I don't know if he's in power. I don't know if he's in power though. He's low.
He's
like
power
low
adjacent. Yeah, power adjacent.
he's
Knight
low. He's low
Janitor
power level.
at Brown. Yeah, he might not be in the power faction, but he's employed by the power faction. O's merit got him a job. Good. Okay. That's merit. Mark power. All you have to mark now is wild. So, feel out your wildness, and
I
you'll
don't know anyone in Wild.
advance. No, none of you do. Wild has not come up. None of you are wild, and
All right,
the
I don't
only
take up any more time.
the only NPC got his hand ripped off by our next person, Victor. Victor,
Yes.
who do you trust?
We do know.
Who do you trust the least?
I trust at this point. I think it's got to be Yvette because Merritt has been very trustworthy thus far and very helpful in procuring my femur.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Jasper seems like a good, good coast. Maybe Casper. Jasper Casper.
Thank you.
Was that intentional? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So
No.
Yvette.
All right, Yvette. Why don't you highlight
Hello.
a faction for Victor? Victor, what do you not have marked?
Night and mortality.
Okay. Mortality.
All right, perfect. So
So you're gonna roll with mortality.
yeah, the rumor of conflict that I've heard.
Well, you gotta
About this-
roll first to see
Roll
what I'm gonna
first.
ask
I
you.
see. Gotcha.
And you just roll plus that faction.
Yeah, which is 0 for me. 6.
That is a miss. That is a complete and total miss. On a miss, you're caught flat-footed, unprepared, and unaware. The MC will tell you who is coming at you. I sure will, but not right now. Jasper, you're up.
Wow.
Jasper, who do you trust the least?
I'm gonna have to say I trust. Oh wait, I can't say Yvette, can I? Because Victor already did.
You can, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Whoever.
can.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I trust Yvette least. I haven't really had much interaction with her, and there's something about it seems
Yeah.
off.
Yvette, you're shady as fuck. Why don't you highlight a faction for Jasper?
I don't know what you need.
Yeah. What do you need? What do you not have marked?
I need Night and Wild.
Wild.
Okay. We don't know much about Wild, do we? I don't want to repeat the one that was last week. That it's moving on in Victor's territory. I'm gonna say that I heard something that Wild got a new object of power.
All right. Yeah. Bring it in, man. Oh well, I don't know if you get to say that yet, because you have to roll with wild first.
Oh, right.
So that might be true. That'll be really cool if it's true. But we don't
10.
know. Ooh, that's a fucking hard hit, bro. 10 plus, you're prepared for the conflict you laid out. You got a debt on someone in that faction, or a useful piece of information or equipment, your choice. So if you want to go with, they have an item of power. I love that, and then I would say put in, because it's a 10, put in another piece of info, and what that might be, where it's kept, that might be who has it, that might be who knows where it is.
Okay. I'm gonna say that was just shipped in.
Okay.
And that it's going to. Shoot, where does Wild home base right now? Do we know that?
Yes, Oneyville, New York system.
Okay.
One on Smith Street, one down in Oneyville. That was just called the New York system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on
yeah, I'm
Smith
gonna
Street,
say-
we heard about the guy Esmeralda. He's a high-ranking Fae last week. I don't know if that
Okay.
helps you at all.
Yeah, the item just went to him, Esmeralda. Or her, sorry.
Say that again, because so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep notes by the district, and I'm sure I have that note somewhere, but I don't have it in my Smith Hill area. So
Well, the rumor is that I know they have an item of power,
Yeah.
and it's already been shipped to their headquarters.
great. What did you say the name was, Victor? Just so I have it.
So the guy we talked about last week is named Esmeraldo, and he's got a brick and mortar hot wiener shop on Smith Street.
Yeah, Esmeralda. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay. The woman's name was Cadence Black, the one that that you owe a debt to Merit.
Of course.
It's like a fucking porn star. Great.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, she's pretty sexy. Okay. Yvette, who do you trust the least?
It'd have to still be Victor, considering I haven't seen anybody since. So
All right. What do you
uh,
have
my
unmarked?
my stance wouldn't change. It's night or mortality, I believe. Let me just double check.
Then
Yep.
night it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll with night before you say something cool, and then it doesn't work because you miss.
Sure. It's 2d6, right?
Well, I think it's still true. Is it still true no matter if you even if you've missed? Just
Oh
worse for
baby.
you. Oh baby.
10 plus, yeah. So you're prepared for whatever you lay out. You've got a debt on someone, or a useful piece of information, or equipment. Your choice. So lay something out.
Um. So that night that I was in the pit, um, Danny DeVuto and I kept talking, and he let slip that um, somebody in the night faction, probably a high-ranking mobster, if that if we
Mhm.
can use those words, had somebody whacked, and in Victor's section of the city.
Okay, and that's so that, and I think because a 10 plus, that's a hard hit. That's some good shit. So do you have a useful piece of information that goes with that? Uh,
Um,
do you want a debt on somebody?
I think I think it'll be a hard hit for Victor, especially because maybe it was somebody related to Giuseppe at La Fortuna.
Hmm. Related to Giuseppe. Okay.
So Giuseppe's my boss in the organization. Johnny's the guy that runs La Fortuna.
All right, so Johnny then.
Oh, someone related to John. Damn. We haven't seen. I get to do more Johnny accents. I can't fucking wait, y'all. I can't fucking wait. All right. Okay. We are gonna first jump to Yvette. Yvette, you've gotten some information from Danny DeVuto. You've gotten some a quest from your patron. You've gotten some information from some creepy old lady. What are you working on, Event? You seem to have a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah. um, I've been busy trying to work both my jobs, but also keep up appearances with my patron while also keeping my ears open to multiple different things, and also worry about my idiot brother too.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot going on. I would say that in my spare time or in my dealings with people, I'm still concentrating on the item of power.
Okay. How are you going about trying to find an item of power?
Well, like most of the other people in this game, it seems like I'm gonna, I'm kind of a purveyor of information, but also a receiver of it just by living in the city, having dealings with a lot of the same or different people throughout the
Mhm.
day and throughout the weeks. So I would intentionally, hint to certain people that I can somewhat trust, that I'm looking for something that could be deemed powerful or valuable or expensive, something like that.
So I think what you're doing here, um, is a faction move called Hit the Streets.
Yeah,
When you
sounds
hit the
good.
streets to get what you need, name who you're going to and roll with their faction.
Okay. Um. Hmm. I suppose. So I was gonna say my patron, but I would probably go to somebody else in the
This is a
council,
this
maybe.
is a good time to so when you do a faction move, you
Yep.
get to mark that faction.
Okay.
So keep in mind this is a good chance to mark a faction you don't have marked yet.
Okay. right. So I would go. Actually, I would seek out Ekphrasia because she it they mentioned that um they had dealings with my brother before, so I would want to know more about that, and also see if they heard anything about this potential item of power, and go from there.
Okay, so you're gonna hit the street to look for Ekphrasia Merit. Okay. Uh, roll with that faction. Roll with humanity.
Fuck.
A 7 is a
Do you?
hit.
I'm sorry. Do you add modifiers to this?
You add humanity, whatever your
All right.
humanity modifier
All right.
is.
So that's an 8. That's an 8. I got +1.
That's okay. Anything above a 7 is a hit, but a 7 to 9 is what's called a soft hit. So,
Okay.
on a hit, they are available and have the stuff, whatever that means. So, Merit is going to know what's going on with your brother. But on a 7 to 9, you have to choose one of the following. Whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems, or whatever you need is more costly than anticipated.
Okay.
And it's up to you, entirely up to you. The first one makes sense because Merit is literally in the middle of juggling their own shit in the
Okay.
current scene. But if you want it to be more costly and go that way, you can do that too.
Merit doesn't seem like the type to want for many material things or
Sure.
anything like that. So I would say the former sounds
Okay.
better.
That makes sense. Okay. So Yvette, I'm gonna put you on pause slightly after this, right? So we'll go to the other group for a second. But you kind of hit the streets and start asking around after Merit, right? It kind of gets back. Merit kind of works all over the city. It's kind of hard to pin down. A lot of times, they've been doing a lot of work in that old abandoned YMCA. I don't know if the building's about to fall down or something, but maybe you want to head over that way. So you do. It takes you a little while. You do some asking around, and you start heading over in that direction. While that's happening, I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm gonna play some super sick tunes, and we're gonna go to that abandoned swimming pool in the basement of the old YMCA, where Merritt, Victor, and Jasper are meeting with their good buddy Muhammad, who is currently holding the femur bone of a murdered young woman, and is smiling at the lot of you. After just saying whatever cryptic bullshit that I said at the end of the last session.
All right, Mo. Who's pulling your strings?
My strings? Oh, no. You entirely misunderstand. Actually, I will tell you that the reason that I am housed in this most humble of places that you've been so very kind to allow me to take is because I am sick of being held in the hands of the puppet masters. I no longer wish to be held down by strings like the great Pinocchio of old. I want to cut them. Instead, I am trading in my strings for wires. There is
Wires.
Yes, wires. You see, there is a network of time running through this city, gentlemen. And it all leads to the high point. If you give me just a little bit of time, I can prepare this. What I suggest to you is what I'm offering you, what I'm asking really of you, is to join me as compatriots to undertake a little endeavor, not for riches, not for material goods, but to obtain a bit of power.
Well, I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of power with their lunch?
The only thing better than a little bit is a whole lot, and we might be able to expand our networks. But while this is a lovely place, perhaps a place of power would be a more suitable headquarters. I have an idea. It's not as difficult as your last undertaking, Jasper. Nothing like infiltrating, a secret library headquarter used by many, many scholarly wizards. Instead, there is but a single individual in this place. We will just need to expel that individual and take over ourselves.
Who is it?
Oh, old scholar. They have just been in there a very long time and won't leave. May take some convincing.
So far, Mohammed, you ask and you ask, but you do not give much. So is this yet another favor for you?
It is a favor for me, but I think will benefit us all. I'm asking for an alliance to take just a tiny bit of power over time.
I
Time
guess I'm in. Merit?
and the stars.
How does this help me with my problem, Mo?
Well, Merritt, what is it I can help you with? I'm sure we can make it work out well.
If you have all this power over time and the stars,
Yeah.
you can tell me more about that beach I was on.
Muhammad's eyes glow. And he starts looking at you, and he kind of like puts his hand, not on you, but just almost as if, it's the modern day, and his palm is a no-touch thermometer, and he's taking your temperature. As he kind of like waves it over your forehead a little bit. And he pulls his hand back, and his eyes stop glowing, and says, "Now, I don't know what beach you are on. I don't know the where of it. But perhaps this would let us track down the when?"
And I'm in.
Good. Well, let's see. It appears that we should be able to pull this off rather soon. There's no reason to waste any time, and I will need to do a little bit of work with. And as he's ragging around the bone, explaining he has some work to do on that before you're ready. The doors open with that loud, like screechy, popping noise that auditorium doors always have when they open. And Yvette Montoya walks in. Yvette, you're looking around. You see a rather dank room. Merritt that you're looking for, and Jasper. Although you're visible, Jasper, and you can be seen and heard, I believe. Is that correct? But
Yeah.
not touched. Okay. This group, and it reminds you a little bit of walking in those months ago on election night, though you probably haven't thought about it since then when you walked into the restaurant La Fortuna, and these same folks were kind of around.
Look at you
Montoya.
all together again.
And here you are again.
What brings you to the old Y?
Yes, I normally wouldn't be caught dead in somewhere like this, but I actually needed your help.
Mine?
Yes, you.
Well, sure. I think Mo's gonna have to do something, or take some time for himself, so I'm available right now.
Oh, yes, I'll get started. Lovely to see you. I need some... I need... Victor, do you have, like, a scalpel or something? I need something sharp.
Victor reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a switchblade and snaps it open.
That'll work wonderfully, thank you. And he takes it. And he just huddles in a corner. And all of a sudden, this, like, tall, wide-shouldered, right, like, imposing figure of a very large man is all of a sudden huddled over, almost like Gollum-like in the corner, with that magical book opened before him, and just going at this bone with the knife, carving things into it.
Victor's going to position himself to try to peek around huddled Mohammed to see what he's doing.
Sure. As you're doing that, the conversation for the others going around, you can kind of make it out. He's not trying to hide it, but it's almost like he goes in another mode. Like, right, the back hunches, his head kind of goes down. He's mumbling to himself while he's doing it, too. And he's putting designs into it. He's putting what might be runes, but you certainly don't recognize them. You can tell some of them are being copied out of the book in front of him. Some of them are not.
What is going on here? Once again, something shady is going on.
Yeah, I gotta ask about that too. What is that? Some sort of scrimshaw or something?
Yeah, you know Mo, he just likes playing with his bone. That's all.
What is scrimshaw? Not familiar with this word.
Oh, it's this thing they used to do in New England when they caught whales. They'd carve a story into the bone of whales. So they got some really cool things in museums around here.
Yeah, maybe I'll visit one sometime.
Yeah.
The ghost, he knows because he's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, I've been here for ages.
You believe in ghosts, Montoya?
Well,
I kind of just hover through the middle of the table.
It's a joke.
so Merit, is that what they call you?
Yeah.
I sought you out purposefully. Well, I'm not sure that I trust you, actually. But I also don't trust the others. Especially Victor.
Shame.
I don't like paying people anything. Especially when they do nothing for me.
Nothing.
Nada.
I protect you. How many times have you been harmed on
Nada.
my watch?
How many times have I needed your protection, Victor?
Well, did you call me? I'll be right there for you.
It's like insurance. You pay, but you never need it.
Okay, I can make sure you need it. How about that?
Yeah, you'll stage something.
We'll see.
First of all, have you seen my brother?
No, not for... I think it's been a couple weeks at least since I last saw Saint.
I have not seen him. This is not uncommon, but I'm worried this time. It's been quite a while. He usually pops in for some food or something like that.
Yeah, you check Rizdi. Sometimes he hangs out around campus. He goes to the museum.
Thanks for the help.
Is that all you wanted?
No. Saint's doings are none of my business. I was wondering if you heard anything about an artifact or item of power. something valuable.
I don't know. Can't say I've heard anything like that lately. I usually get any items I need from Cadence Black.
What about this kook over here, carving up the bone?
All right, I'm done.
He steals from me.
He stands up. He stands up very quickly. The steal merit? No, 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 no. I simply repurpose. Here, I have this. And he's holding up the bone, and he's kind of like just waving it, kind of at the lot of you. This is unbelievably intricately carved at this point. Every inch of it has been carved in with other like designs, lines, what appear to be some sort of runes, symbols that you don't understand. Unbelievably intricately carved, looking almost as if it's been done with a laser, right? Not with like a pocket knife Victor pulled out, which he hands back to you now and says, "Here, this is for you." Who's? I need a strong person to take this.
I'll grab it.
Oh yes, yes, you have. And he kind of like pats your strong arms. Yes, yeah, you.
Unless anybody wanna arm wrestle for it.
I don't want to
Did it-
embarrass you, Victor.
Oh, that's right. You're here. Are you coming as well?
Where?
Oh, we're gonna go steal some time.
Idiota.
Come on, Yvette, it'll be fun.
Yeah, he's a little-
Unlike you people, I actually work.
I'm a city employee.
I work. It's just not legal.
City employee. That's the best joke I've heard all week.
I have tenure.
Damn fine pension.
These are great things, I suppose.
Come now. Don't you work for...
Myself.
But there's something hidden behind your eyes.
I'm an entrepreneur.
That's what it is.
Have you ever been to the Broken Pearl?
I can't say I have.
You're
Have-
missing out.
Have you ever been to the stars, Yvette?
The stars.
Would you like to see them?
Is this a joke?
Not at all. Who has a car? I'd rather not have to walk over to the east side.
Not me.
And of course, I forgot my keys again.
Oh, we're going to the east side, huh?
I take the Ripta.
God damn, local transit's awful in this city. Hopefully in 40 years it'll be better.
I doubt it.
Merit, you don't have car?
Yeah, I have a car.
Then why didn't you say so? Merit can drive.
I want
Oh,
you cramming in there.
Look at Victor offering his gas.
we'll wipe our feet first.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know where we're going first.
Hope Street.
Okay.
That's quite a hike.
The high point. Top of the hill.
Yeah, all right. Well, I guess you could all meet me topside.
Yes, let's go. It'll be good to breathe some higher air for a bit.
Why are we doing this?
For power.
Alright.
Yeah, he's real vague like that.
So far, none of these favors have paid off, but I'm sure this is the one.
This is it. Keep that bone handy.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry.
All right.
Let's go.
You all go, wiping your feet on the nearby grass before you get into Merritt's car. How clean is Merritt's car?
Oh, I have a 1970 Toyota Land Cruiser, green. It's in real good shape. I'm very proud of this car.
Great. Yeah. So it's everyone kind of wipes their feet, gets in. It's rather, well, it's a little less squished, right? Because Jasper is kind of incorporeal, so it's kind of weird. Like he comes, every time there's a bump, you might pass through him and get that spectral chill
There's
up
a lot
your
of leg room in
spine a
this
bit.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. But as you're driving up, and it is nighttime, right? It's pretty late. Uh, Driving through the city, past the state house. I don't remember where you guys are coming from, but sure, that's what's happening. Heading up towards Hope Street on the east side. And as you're getting closer, Muhammad's like, yeah, this is great. My God, breathe that. Well, I guess not freshest air, but oh my God, the river stinks. Okay, yes, right up this way. No, turn left. Yes, right there. Keep driving. Well, we're going.
Hold on, sorry, I'll do some.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Hey, asshole! He just honked at him. You hear that? I put in the game.
Where we're going is the highest point in the city, my friends. The highest elevation. Up at the top there is... what do you call it? You look at the stars?
Observatory.
Observatory, yes. It's been there for ages. For years, this observatory controlled many of the clocks throughout Providence. It would be able to look at the stars, get an exact time, and update things. A bit defunct now, not really in use, but fun historical curiosity, isn't it? But
We're going on a field trip.
Yes. Very interesting. There is an individual inside, and we need to get them to come outside.
Should be
Okay,
enough.
so Sorry, Merit.
Oh no, that's fine. You go, Victor.
So I hit man in head with bone.
But he needs to be outside of the observatory before you hit him in the head.
So let's ring doorbell.
Yes, it may take some coaxing to get this particular individual out. You see, he hasn't left the observatory for at least 80 years?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
Can he
place of...
still walk?
If not, you
Magenta?
could carry him. Although, Victor, you can't carry him. You need to be waiting by the front door with the bone.
Don't worry about it. I can get him out.
Oh, good. Yes.
You said 80 years.
Give or take.
That's a long time to be a bit of a shut-in.
Well, that's the way this place of power works, you see. One individual can connect themselves to it and take charge of the power within. They need to stay in there. Otherwise, another individual, strappingly handsome, rugged, unbelievably intelligent, could simply waltz in and take that power for themselves.
Oh, I would
Let me
love
ask
to.
you a question.
Certainly.
If he's been there for 80 years, he's got to have a bathroom, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Then he's connected to the sewer lines,
Yes.
which means there's a gas leak. I don't know. We might have to get out of there real fast.
That is true.
Stunning.
I like the idea, yes. Just make sure he comes out. And Victor, I can't imagine he will stay out for long. You need to be laying in wait. But
I got
also, the front of the building faces out to this busy road, so, you might want to, not be too conspicuous about it.
I know just what to do. Leave
Ah.
it to me.
I'm sure you do. Wonderful.
So I'll
Jasper,
go and position myself to the side of the door, behind where it swings open, so I can unexpectedly
Yeah.
jump out.
Yeah. So
I'll
you.
lean my foot against the wall and spark up a smoke.
Can we do a choose your own adventure where the chat gets to pick what I do next? I think that'd be really cool. I'll give them like 2 choices and they can choose their own adventure.
I really like, yes, chat, be as active as you possibly can, and Ekphrasia will just do. It'll just happen. Whatever it is.
No, it's like a true choose your own adventure. They have to pick out of the two choices that I have that I can go.
So
And
you're
I'll
thinking
follow it.
Goosebumps. This is more Dora the Explorer. Should I take the left
No, I'm not
patch
doing that.
or the right patch? Izquierda? Derecha? You know, options, everybody. I can't find my notes. This is the...
So as we're driving up the
Yeah.
hill, I'll say, Muhammad, are you a student of history there?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Muhammad.
A student of history, a bit. I've been around for a while. This here, the Ladd Observatory, it's technically run by Brown University, although it's really run by the Power faction.
Do you know that Providence was built on 7 hills? Like Rome?
Oh, I don't think I realized that.
Yeah, but they leveled one of them. So now we have 6.
Where was the 7th?
We boss it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway, we're here. Everyone get out.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You all pull up in front of the Ladd Observatory. Red brick building, large dome on top, shrubbery, greenery around the front side with a small walkway up with a railing on either side. There are some windows there. The building is obviously old, but very well maintained, and in an extremely, busy part of this main road over here on the east side. Lots of cars continue to go by, but no one pays you much mind as you park right on the side of the road in front of it, as there are definitely others parked around as well. The building certainly looks closed with lights off, windows shuttered, and no one walking along kind of like the well-manicured walkway leading up to the front doors of the observatory. What do you do?
Alright, chat. Do I go up to the front door and knock? Or do I go through the sewers? It's your decision.
Bum, 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 bum.
No one's watching, are they?
TF is very into this idea, but you also have to remember there is a bit of a delay between when you ask a thing and when chat hears it. In the meantime, while we wait, we could give another fun anecdote about Providence, Rhode Island. Did you know that people live here? And they used to live here, and that tomorrow there will probably still be people living here.
Alright, young Tony said I should knock on the door, but Dark Ryu says I should go in the sewer. And I have another vote for sewer. Alright, I'm gonna go into the sewer then.
Sure. Yeah, not too far away. You're familiar
Right,
with this
man.
part of the city, too. You find a manhole cover, kind of look around, wait till there's no cars around. You're pretty sure no one's looking through the windows. Get your ass in the sewer.
I would ask if any of the other ones want to come with me before I go.
I have to take door duty.
You know what? I'm gonna come with you.
I will also come with you. I don't want to stay with Victor.
Alright, watch your step.
Okay, so Yvette and Merritt make their way down from the manhole cover, which closes behind them, and Jasper floats through it. Victor is left with Muhammad up on street level, and he says, I shouldn't walk near the door. I might want to stay in the car, honestly. Oh shit, Merritt took the keys. Did
He
they-
can stay in the car. I can lock him in the car like
Okay.
he's like a
Like a crack a window.
yeah, crack a window sleep.
Yeah, so you guys make your way, and out of that little bit of window, Muhammad's saying to Victor, make sure you hide yourself. Don't let him see you till it's too late. And then
Okay. I got it. Understood. Yeah, so I'll take a position near the door.
Sure. Okay. The rest of you, you make your way down, splash into the water. Not terribly deep here, right? The water, just a slow trickle as it's going, but still, not the greatest smell in the world. But all things are traveling downhill from this point in the city. Um, how are you going to work on getting your way into the observatory?
That's a real old building, so these foundations, this probably goes pretty deep. I'm gonna check to see if there's any access into the building itself. If there's not, well, we're gonna create a real bad situation for that guy up there, and then I'm gonna offer to fix it for him. Sounds good?
He's not asking me. I'm not there.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
What
Yvette?
kind of bad situation?
Oh, just a real
Pickle?
stink. Yeah. Just a problem with his pipes underneath there. Problem with his commode. All right. I'm gonna start. I would like
What?
to investigate this place of power.
So you need to be in the place of power to investigate. What I think you might be doing right now, Merritt, is your aware move, which is called Snoop. Although you're
Okay.
not keeping an eye out for trouble. But
Let me
I mean,
open up
it
my
kind of
radar.
is because like you're trying to get into trouble, right? But like asking questions like, "What's my best way in or out?"
Well, I could
You know,
check.
stuff.
I mean, yeah, I could check. There's a more fitting one, but let me see. Faction moves.
Yeah, I don't know which ones. The faction moves are just hit the street, put a name to a face, and investigate a place of power. I certainly think that if you guys are successful in this and get into the observatory, then you will be able to investigate that place of power. But when you're trying to get in, I think there's other things you can do. I think the aware playbook has you get Snoop, but you might also.
Okay, I mean,
Use
I
one
can
of the
just do
other
that.
things.
That's fine. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so
Sure.
why don't you roll with mind?
Okay. I'll do that right now. I need to move this over there. Okay. Let's see. 2. Six.
Yes.
Um,
If you want, Jasper and Yvette are with Merit, so you do have the option to use the
a
basic
hand.
move Lend a Hand to potentially give Merit a +1 and make that into a success. Up
Yeah.
to you.
I definitely would.
Okay, Yvette, roll to Lend a Hand. Roll with their faction, so you're gonna roll with Mortality.
Ouch.
Not good.
Yeah.
That's a 6 for me.
So,
Can I also roll?
yeah, I will let you roll. I forget what the book suggests I do when more than one person want to lend a hand.
Okay.
But yeah, I will let you roll.
Alright, hold on.
I want to be in over my head. Yay.
Wow. Nice roll, guys.
Love it.
Okay, so that's 2 failures, and I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm gonna decide
It means that
something.
it means on a miss you find yourself in over your head. The MC will tell you why this is a bad spot.
Oh, for lend a hand, that's what.
No, this is for me failing on my Snoop.
Oh, on the Snoop. Oh, okay. On a miss, you
Over
find
your head in the
yeah.
sewer,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully not literally.
Well, maybe this is where one of our things from the beginning would come into play, or something like one of the bad spots there.
Yeah. So, although none of those really Yeah, well, that's not true because something was going on in the old access tunnels under Brown University, and this is technically a Brown University building. So I can pull that right in. Yeah, so you guys are looking for a way in, trying to make your way around and through and over to get your way under this building, looking for the underway to go in. What light source do you have down here?
My trusty flashlight.
Yeah. So you're shining it away, and it's kind of myopic, right? You see kind of just where this flashlight is going and trying to find your way. And as you go, a couple times the light flickers out, right? Those fucking batteries just getting. So you're giving it some smacks as you're walking and then going. You get pretty far, and you look around. And you go, I'm pretty sure I'm under the fucking flashlight, and you hit it. And as you do, it lights up the ceiling above you, and there's some writing on the ceiling, and you can't quite make out what it says, but it does give you a bit of pause because it's blue and glowing.
Oh shit.
And then you shine the flashlight around and realize you've gone into, the three of you together have kind of walked in through this chamber that is surrounded by this blue and glowing runic writing symbols, not terribly unlike what was on the bone that Muhammad did. And as you look around, that glowing brightens, and you see cracks of electricity going between them. What do you do?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What the hell is this?
Well, you must have done something, man. This ain't good.
The glowing intensifies, and at this point,
It's a trap.
you guys are trapped in like a cage. And I don't say that there's actually a cage around you, but there's so many sparks shooting out from rune to rune that it cuts off the way that you enter this chamber and the way on the other side. As there's just crackling energy shooting from one side to another. You are all in a rather bad spot.
Any of you know anything about magic?
Yeah, the magic?
Only in a young girl's heart.
Oh. Can you get out of here, Jasper?
Yeah, that's a good question. Can I just float through?
Okay.
I'm assuming not because magic.
So
Well, it can't really hurt you, can it?
I think you would need a move to get out of this, right? And
Okay.
my first instinct is to say escape a situation, except in order to escape a situation, you need some sort of advantage or opening. So you or someone else is going to have to create some sort of advantage or opening to get you to escape this situation.
Mr. MC, if
Yeah.
we look at the Spectre moves, he has a move called Wall. What wall? So he always has an opening to escape.
Right.
And he can choose an additional option off the list to bring someone with him. On a miss, he attracts the attentions of dangerous spirits and ghosts in the area.
Is wall what wall one of the moves you chose?
It is.
Oh, okay.
That, and it was I think it was won't be ignored.
Yeah, okay, so you can use wall to decide to escape the situation. You choose an additional option off the list to bring someone with you. On a miss, you attract attention of dangerous spirits or ghosts in the area. Fucking nice. Oh my god, I'm into this. Okay,
Alright.
Jasper, so you have an opening. So in order to escape a situation, you are going to roll with blood.
Okay.
So that's good to remember going forward, too. You don't need to create an opening, because you just have one, so you can just roll escape a situation.
All right.
Which just makes
so-
sense. Fuck.
Yes.
12. Damn. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Uh,
I'm gonna take merit with me.
Okay, so on a hit, you get away. On a 10 plus, choose one. So if you're going to take merit with you, you're going to choose an additional one of these on the list. So
Okay.
you'll choose two. You can suffer harm during your escape. You end up in another dangerous situation. you leave something important behind, you owe someone a debt for your escape, or you give in to your base nature and mark corruption. You pick 2 of those.
Well, leaving something important behind, can't that be Yvette?
Yeah, I would say so. You're leaving one of your companions behind. Sure, I think that marks one off. Uh,
Okay.
and anything else? What other one do you want to pick in order to be able to take
Um,
merit with you?
I think I'll mark corruption.
Okay, man, you're going all in for this corruption. I'm so into it.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's get some ghost powers.
yeah, what does this look like to be able to get merit through? And are I'm assuming you're going forward, or are you going back the way you came in?
Um, Actually, that's a good question. Should we push through merit or should we go back?
We should go through. We gotta get in
Okay.
here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Matt, take my hand. We're gonna push through this. So I'm gonna grab him, and he's gonna become slightly corporeal, like me, kind of see through,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna run through these runes.
Yeah, and you see this crackling of energy, right? And I think going into your base nature, right, you kind of get this. You both are incorporeal in that moment while you're holding Merritt's hand. And Merritt, you feel yourself fading away from the material worlds. It's something you've never felt. And it is that coldness that you feel when Jasper moves through your body, but it's everywhere, including, like, your soul, right? And you've never felt your soul be cold before, but you just did. And it's kind of fucking freaky. And this dark energy goes over Jasper. As this blast of energy shoots out and just opens a hole in this electricity that the electricity is like shooting around, and the 2 of you get through to the other side as it crushes in, collapsing that momentary hole that Jasper made, leaving Yvette inside. And Yvette, the electricity in here now, after this time, is continuing to intensify and starting to shoot across the room. So not just going to the closest rune, but at this point, shooting across the room, little at a time. But you can tell this is intensifying. What are you going to do?
I'm going to sit down
Okay.
and I am going to try to look around and kind of like get my bearings
Mhm.
to see if there's something I can use or something I can, um, you know, take advantage of in this room to maybe get past this or make it stop.
Okay, so you are going to... at this point, I'm going to ask you to roll to keep your cool. Because you can tell you're in a bad fucking situation. So why don't you roll with spirit to see if you're able to, like, sit down, take a deep breath, keep your cool, and figure out what's going on. And I'm going to go with a...
Oh my god.
I'm going to go with a no. So at this point, you sit down, and as you do, you realize you are literally sitting in a puddle of water. As this electricity, right, is shooting across the room, one after another, and one of them, all of a sudden, as it does, comes strikes you. Jasper and Merritt, you see this room light up, as Yvette is hit by this bolt of electricity. You smell that gross smell of burnt hair. And Yvette, you are going to take 2 harm. I don't
Woof.
know if you have armor. I don't think you do unless you're
I-
in your...
No, I don't.
Unless you're in your, like, demon mode. Okay, so you're going to take 2 harm.
All right.
Shit. Yvette.
And at this point, any one of you three can do something.
I don't understand this. So is it too faint harm? Is it too grievous?
Okay, so
I don't understand how this works.
you check off the harm boxes as you get more. So I think 1 or 2 harm is considered faint harm, and then it goes up from there.
Okay.
Like how many harm like you have?
So when you suffer harm, mark the same number of boxes as harm received.
Yeah.
So you're going
So
to
you're
mark
gonna
2 boxes.
Okay, so 1 faint and 1 grievous then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you heal 1 harm a day naturally, or you can mark a scar to ignore all harm you're about to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah, scars are pretty cool for the story and for your character not being able to die. I mean, you can choose them whenever, but definitely a good thing that if your character is literally going to die from the next harm, you can keep them alive by marking that, which is really fucking cool.
Okay.
Well, Jasper, I owe you one.
Hey, don't worry about it. We had to get out of there somehow.
How are we gonna get Yvette out?
That is an excellent question, actually.
Does it look like this is like this electricity is coming from somewhere in particular?
It appears to be generated by the magical runes that were around the room.
Is there, like, could we knock one out of place? Would that disrupt the effect?
How would you try to do that?
Is there anything on the ground we could throw, like any rocks or debris?
Yeah, okay. So, there's definitely, like, loose rocks, like, old bricks that have kind of, like, fallen out of the wall. Like, there's, loose bricks in the wall that you can, like, grab out. You'd have to become corporeal to do it.
Yeah. I don't think I said it, but when we got out of the car, I'm gonna go with sound and touch.
Sound and touch, okay.
Yeah.
So can't be seen,
Right.
but can be heard and felt. Okay.
So like I could still grab Merit, but
Yeah.
you just can't see me.
Yep, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely, like, loose bricks, stones, stuff like that around.
Alright, you want to try to take out one of the runes, I'll take the other.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So we'll each pick up a rock and aim for what?
Fuck
stuff in
that!
the room?
I'm taking out my gun! I'll take out my gun!
Okay.
and I shoot one of the runes. Take out my revolver. And I'm going to use my expert marksman aware move to roll with mind instead of blood.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm unleashing an attack on one of these runes with my gun.
So you can't unleash an attack against a thing. That is only when you're really trying to, like, unleash an attack means you're trying to fuck somebody up.
I'm trying
I think,
to fuck this rune up.
right, but you're not gonna kill the rune. You're gonna try to knock it out. Maybe it's a keep your cool thing to be able to try to, like, shoot straight, do your thing.
What is that? Is that
Keep your
just a
cool is
basic move?
roll with spirit.
Okay. Sure. I'll do that.
I'm just kind of looking at the brick in my hand, like, you had a gun the whole time?
6.
A 6. Okay. Again, Jasper, since it's a 6 and only 1 off from a success, you could attempt to lend a hand if you so choose.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me...
And that would be rolling with mortality.
Okay.
If it's a failure, you're going to shoot a vet. Her character's dead. No.
Alright, hold on. That's -1. 1.
Yes.
So I got a
Okay.
What is happening?
Jasper attempts to help you, and he's like, calm down, and puts his hands on your shoulders, which just sends that fucking chill through your spine again. Right? And I think with that, as you were going to shoot, like, just across the way at the wall at one of these glowing runes, instead and you end up shooting at the ceiling. With that, with another burst of light, you definitely mistakenly hit one of those runes, right? Because the electricity is not there anymore. However, you shat. Well, you might have done that too. But you shot directly over Yvette's head, knocking loose some more bricks that come down and fall again on Yvette. And I'm going to say, Yvette, you're going to take 1 additional harm, up to 3 harm.
Okay.
Nope.
Would I have heard anything
Well-
up on the street?
Nah. Nope. To kind of skip away from you guys for a sec, Victor, you're standing next to this thing on the side of the door, kind of like trying to be inconspicuous, holding a big ass fucking bone. And all of a sudden you hear as this cat just walks up to you and tries to start like rubbing on your leg. It's like ding, 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 ding. It has this like the little bell around its neck that is just making a noise and just like rubbing right up against your legs.
Cat hasn't smelled me yet. Normally cats don't like me. So I'll reach down and put my hand in front of the cat's face.
Yeah. Just rubs its face right into your hand, eyes closed, kind of like rubs so that you like go onto it and like does that back archy thing and just starts doing kind of like figure 8 circles around you, wanting to get
What's-
pet.
Cat, what's wrong with you? You don't smell dog on me? I'll pet the cat.
Yeah, and it like jumps up onto your leg and starts making biscuits on your pants, right? Just like loving this, totally into it.
Listen, cat, I don't think I know you this well. I'll push it off.
As you do, it tries to like swipe at your hand, like mad that you fucking pushed it away.
I will slap the cat
You slap the cat. All right.
off my lap.
Okay, yeah. You kind of like push it away. It hisses at you and then just kind of keeps doing figure 8s around you. Like, you know, just kind of like going back and forth, kind of looking at you. And every once in a while going, ah. This
Can
like,
I look closely at this cat? Does it look like a normal cat? Or is there something off about it?
oh, okay. That's a good point. So I think,
Figure someone out?
yeah, I think you're trying to figure someone out with this cat. That's what I was going with.
right.
Roll with mind, Victor.
Roll with mind. Figure someone out.
Okay.
Succeeds partially.
Partial success. Okay. So figure someone out on a 7. So on a hit, you're gonna hold 2, and you can spend those holds to ask any of these questions. But they hold 1 against you too, with a partial. So this cat can
Uh-oh.
also ask a question about you.
Okay.
So do you have the questions in front of you? I can read them out.
Where is that? Oh, who's pulling your character strings? These ones, right?
Yeah. Yep. That list.
Who's pulling your strings, cat? Who do you work for, cat?
And I think you're really asking this cat that, right? Like you're
Absolutely.
like bent over holding a magical runic bone, asking a cat, who do you work for? And the cat kind of stops, sits down, looks at you, lifts its head up, and says, I'm my own damn boss. What are you talking about? Who do I work for?
What are you hoping to get
I
from
mean,
me?
yeah, sure. Yeah, I work, and the hands go up, right? Just one of the paws, and it's like talking with its hand, right? As one of them's going around. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm listening to the bosses, from the other plane of existence, but no one here. I'm not listening to anyone here. I'm living my life over here.
What's your name, cat?
My name? Fluffy?
Fluffy. That's your fucking name.
Yeah, what's your name? Big
Volker.
fucking smelly dog?
Yeah, speaking of, why are you still here?
What do you mean, why am I here? You're
You
giving me
don't like
pets?
my smell.
You slap me?
And you slap me back.
Yeah, of course I did. Tit for tat.
So, the second question is, what's your character hoping to get from me? So, What do you want with me, Cap? You just want physical affection? I'm sure there are better suited people than me.
Not around here. You're the only one around here. So I want some fucking pets, man.
If I give you one pet, will you fuck off?
You gave me one pet, but I can't fuck off.
Why not?
And the cat like puts its paw back down. So 2 paws on the ground, kind of narrows its eyes, which for cats usually means affection. But he's giving you a fucking stink eye, Fluffy. And he's gonna ask his hold. You trying to get in this place?
Me? No. Just a nice spot to have a smoke, undisturbed, until you showed up.
How can I get you to let me in there? And that's
why would I do that for you?
Because I want to get in there. And the way this works is you need to answer it truthfully.
Well, Victor's not trying to get in. Victor's waiting for someone to come out.
Right. But that's real. The actual question is, how can I get, right? How can I get your character to, and then the blank for that is, let me in here, or get me in there.
So I actually have to answer this then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cat, listen, if you have some patience, fairly soon the door will open all by itself.
You'll let me go in?
Well, how am I going to stop you?
That's true. I'm wily as fuck.
Cat, are you a fae?
Wolfie, I thought the idea of dogs walking around with big old bones was like a stereotype, you know? But here you are, proving that shit to be true.
I can't deny my base nature, and I'll nibble the bone.
We're gonna leave you nibbling the bone, talking to Fluffy. As we go back down into the sewers, Merritt and Jasper run over to Yvette, push some of the broken brick and rubble off of her, and like, Yvette, you're fucking hurting.
Mm-hmm.
You're bleeding from many places. What you have a gash, bleeding down the side of your head, and you are kind of you're feeling woozy, and like sick to your stomach. Like you think you might have a concussion. Like you feel like you're gonna puke.
Dios mío. Why did I come down here with you two?
Yeah, that looks pretty rough. You doing okay over there?
Don't fucking talk to me right now.
Okay, just trying to help.
Shit.
What the hell was that?
Well, apparently Merritt over here has a gun, but he's not very good at using it.
I saw that. I meant the blue shit.
Oh, that? Yeah, you got me beat. Magic
Can
goes
I-
right out of my head.
Can I try to look at the runes on the ceiling?
Well, the runes on the ceiling are fucked because when you shot it, like they fell over. But some of the ones on the wall are kind of still intact. Yeah, and you can't really place them or anything. You know, like you don't know what they mean, but they definitely, they remind you of the kinds of things that were being carved into the bone. Like when you saw this intricate kind of carving, like impossibly intricate for the medium being used, right? Like you cannot just carve this shit into a brick without the brick like falling apart. Bricks don't work that way. But it's like carved into very thinly and deeply and minute detail. Like again, almost like it was cut with a laser. Right now, and you can see that it's very thin. Before it was they were almost easier to see because they were glowing, right? But now that you're there, they're almost imperceptible unless that you know that they were there.
Can I take like out an old an old envelope and a pencil and just try to take a quick rubbing of one of them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm taking out my like a paycheck envelope and I'm taking like one of my number 2 pencil. I'm just gonna try to make a quick rubbing of one of the runes.
Sure, definitely. No problem.
Maybe Mo can sort this one out.
But the way before you does appear to be clear.
The local old man.
Yeah, someone doesn't want us getting in here. We already knew that, didn't we? Can I throw a rock in there just to see if it sets anything off?
Rolls to a stop.
Okay.
If anybody messes with us, I have also got a gun.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna actually try to break in or anything, but I'm gonna mess up his plumbing a pretty decent amount, and then we just wait.
Unlike Merritt here, I actually know how to use my gun, though.
All right. Yeah, you are able to locate the pipes, and you're trying to make it what seem like there's a gas leak or something.
I'm shutting out all those out. I'm like, there's no outflow anymore. I'm just like,
Oh, you're back up.
I'm backing them up.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you turn it all off.
Take my wrench.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he'll want to come out sooner or later. Now, let's go up topside.
Yeah, you
All
all
right.
make your way back out. Victor, you're still sitting there, having a conversation with Fluffy the cat. As you, oh wait, you didn't even notice. Yeah, Merritt's already out, sitting there helping Yvette come out with Jasper, kind of invisible, so you don't fucking see Jasper. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, as you see Yvette looking super fucked up. And
Oh.
Fluffy just goes, humans, weird. The hell are you doing in a sewer?
Yeah,
Well, you can't
that-
hear that. You're still you guys are still pretty far away. You guys, like, Victor's right by the building. You guys are like off a ways on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't smell very nice anymore, do they, Fluffy?
They never do. You're kind. Don't even lick yourselves to clean enough. Like, what do? You eat and then you don't lick yourself? You're all fucking weird.
Yeah, it's called shower, Fluffy. You use water and soap.
That's crazy. Water? Ugh, I'm getting out of here. And kind of like runs around the side of the building.
So, Yvette, you okay?
Why do you care? But yeah,
Well,
I'm
you-
okay.
You could have stayed up here in the fresh air with me, but
Oh, don't rub it in, Victor.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
The gloating.
So, did you get man out or what?
The gloating? It doesn't suit you very well.
Oh, well, no, but he's gonna want to come out pretty soon. My guess is, next time he tries to use his bathroom, he's gonna have to call the city. And guess who's gonna get that call?
So
I
he's
lo-
not even coming today. It's like midnight. He's probably asleep already.
He's an old man. He'll be up at 2 a.m. take a shit or something.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Merritt, I love this. But how is the city gonna call you?
Oh, they're not. They're not. I'm gonna pretend that I'm answering the call.
Gotcha.
But you
That-
gotta wait to make it believable. It's
Gotcha.
not gonna be that fast.
All right.
We'll have to take turns watching the door.
What's happening? Have you hit the old man in the head with the bone yet?
No, Mohammed, you would have seen me.
Anyone know anywhere good to eat up here?
We can't just go and eat.
Yeah, what? I'm supposed to stay here by myself, Merritt? Job well done. You plugged his toilet.
There's that place
don't
right around the corner, named after that Hemingway book.
Which one? Old Man at Sea?
No. Flat Taco.
Hemingway's
Don't know
terrible.
that one.
Do you flats?
Yeah, Tortilla Flats. That's the one. Yes.
Oh,
Hemingway's terrible.
Yes.
well, if you
I
guys
mean,
want to go get a bite to eat, I can watch this place. It's not like I'm using my stomach for anything.
don't leave with the bone. We need to hit him with the bone.
Fine, bring me back something. Why don't we just knock on door? I don't
Why
understand.
hasn't anybody asked this crazy man why we are hitting another crazy man on the head with a bone?
Nah, he promised us power. We'll suck his for it.
Power! Yeah, and he's still yelling from inside the car through the little gap in the window. Yes, it's for power! For power.
Yeah, what he
If-
said.
Yvette, he told us that this would give us some control over time. And when we thought about it, all of us wouldn't mind a little bit of control over that.
And you believed him? Because I sure as shit do not.
I explained this all on the ride over. Weren't you listening?
I heard what you said.
Yvette, you're free to go if this doesn't interest you.
I almost got killed down there.
Bring me back an enchilada with the green sauce.
Oh,
It's a little weird, but he
Give
seems
you-
harmless enough. You
I'll
know,
give you a
I think
fucking
he get the
enchilada.
job done.
Pedazo de mierda.
just gonna stay in the car then, Mo? Not gonna come with us?
Not until we hit the guy with the bone. Right here.
Is this going to kill him?
Base of operations. Back seat of this sedan.
Yeah, hope you're comfy.
A lot of leg room.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, listen, city response times for this kind of call is not going to be great, so I need
Yeah.
to kill some time here.
Sure, you guys can go get some American Mexican food at a little spot right around the corner that was historically there at this time and remains there to this day.
Right.
Good bar too.
What?
I was just saying it's a good restaurant too.
Yeah, it's not bad shit.
Let's get nachos.
Yeah, you guys go pick it up, maybe get some drinks while you're there. You know, have a good time. Does Victor stay back?
Begrudgingly.
Yeah, Victor sitting there alone next to the building, holding a bone. The cat does not come back immediately, so the only companion you have there is Muhammad, who stays in the car about 100 yards away in the on the street, while everyone else goes and gets some margaritas, some Mexican food, has a decent time, sits at the bar, and a couple hours later comes back as Victor is shivering because it is definitely February in New England. You are really fucking cold and have just been out here a long time. Muhammad
fuck
seems
took so long?
fine with it.
Oh man, we just really having ourselves a good time. All right, it's okay though. I'm gonna go up now.
You,
I'll walk
you
up.
brought me something back, yes?
Of course. If Vet has it.
Yvette?
Here's your burrito.
Yvette, pass mine through the gap in the window.
We didn't get you any.
I mean, honestly,
Where's your money?
I'm a little between jobs right now.
Well, we're a little between getting you some food to eat.
Wow.
You've got a point.
Here,
Margarita.
it's chips and guac for you.
Oh, well, I'll take... Yes, pass it right through the gap.
Don't get crumbs in my back seat.
Well, you don't want to crush the... Give it to me one chip at a time.
I slam the back.
Oh, they're all crushed now.
All right, I'm gonna go. And I'll walk up to the door.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up to this big, rather impressive-looking wooden door on the side of this building, and give it a knock.
Yeah, I'll give it a big. There's no like old timey knocker to it that I can hit. Like it's like there's no like I can't just like a spooky face or something. Or I'll just knock regular.
No. There is a single door, in front of it. I bet and this is where like I want to have like pictures of stuff because it'd probably help to have a picture of the observatory, which I can probably. Yeah, I'm gonna mess it
Google
up.
Street View, Matt.
No, I mean you can just look up Ladd Observatory and it pops right up. I just don't know how to make it go onto the stream the way we have it now. You know what I mean? Like that's where I don't,
Yeah.
there's no easy way for me to make it look good on the stream.
Wait, you want to put what we have on the screen right now on the stream? I think that's a good idea.
You mean the background of this particular page? That's not what I was going for, but
okay.
that's the final.
think-
That's the final boss.
Oh wow, this
we're-
thing looks nothing like what I imagined. I'm glad I looked this up.
Yeah.
Same.
I have to draw it now. I'll draw it way up here.
Happy.
So next time you guys are up on Hope Street, check it out. It is the highest point in the city of Providence, and all the historical facts are also true, which is why it is a piece of power.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you go and you just knock on the door and wait a few minutes, but there doesn't really seem to be an answer. It is late. This guy's old. Might not hear you.
Knock again.
Oh, all right. I'll knock again.
Okay.
Department of Public Works, Waste Management.
Nothing.
Is door even locked?
I'll tug on the door.
It is definitely locked.
Okay.
But as you tug, you kind of like stand back, and all of a sudden you hear a few footsteps from behind as someone is very slowly coming up, and they say, "What is it that you need?"
I got a call, some issue. Sewage not draining properly out. Can I take a look inside?
Issue.
Yeah, we're getting back up. Something's not coming out right.
Can't you come back in the morning? And this is through the closed door. Fairly muffled, a little difficult to hear.
I could, but I work nights. Your toilet's not gonna work until I can fix it.
Well, come on in then. And just unlocks and the door opens. To reveal a rather small South Asian man, like light, small spectacles on the bridge of his nose, blinking sleep out of his eye, in like a nightie, like a like whatever the fuck they have, like Scrooge wear whenever you see a stage play of Christmas Carol, right? Like this matching kind of loose-fitting nightie. As he's like, just opens the door and says, "Yes, come on in."
Thanks. Name's Merritt, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yes, yes. Get this done quickly. What did you say? You need to. And he like turns and keeps walking further into the building and says, "You need to look at the toilet."
Yeah, I need to just check it out, just to see what's going on with this up here.
Okay, close the door behind you.
Yeah, I will close it behind me.
Yeah, and it does inside the building. It definitely does block out some of the chill from the wind, right? But it is definitely not warm in here either. This man, though dressed in pajamas, should be a little colder than he was. He also definitely does not look like he could have been in here for the past 80 years, right? Probably older, maybe in his 60s, 50s, and small, with a slight stoop to his shoulders, but definitely it seems younger than Muhammad had assumed. Well, the toilet is back that way.
Thanks. I'm gonna go take a look at it. Just hold tight for a sec.
Yes, I suppose I'll stay up so I can lock up after you. And he kind of goes over to the side. This room is kind of filled with books. There's a table. There's kind of like some informational plaques and things around too. Like obviously this is like a place where people can go, almost museum-like, that like explain about the building and everything. There's also stairs that lead upstairs, ostensibly where, you know, the observatory part would be, and then like other rooms off to the side as well.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out in there.
Yeah, you go into the bathroom, well kept, you know, like well done, but, obviously with whatever effect that you have wrought upon it.
Victor.
Okay.
Can Victor whisper to Jasper real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Jasper, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still around. What's up, boss?
Why don't you go follow Merit?
You make a good point. Why not?
That's a good idea.
Can I still float through the wall?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You go right through. Seeing this thing, you see the same gentleman who goes over and sits in a rocking chair, just kind of again still rubbing a bit of the sleep from his eyes, shaking his head like I'm never going to get back to sleep tonight. As Merritt appears to be going and taking a look in the bathroom.
Okay.
Victor.
Can I look around, see if there's anything of anything especially of interest? Maybe an item of power in there.
Investigate a place of power.
Yeah.
You are going to roll with power
Okay.
to do that.
I have 0 power, so hold on.
An 8. It makes success. So, when you investigate a place of power, on a hit, you see below the surface to the reality underneath. So you do not get a 10 plus. You, being incorporeal, right?
Mhm.
I think you see things differently than when you manifest. Well, you did manifest physically, but
Yeah.
you can't be seen. Okay. I still think you see things a little bit differently, right? Like when you flow through the city, you can rather quickly move from one portion of the city to another, right? Because you don't necessarily need any physicality to move, right? It's more like you're a floating kind of insubstantial essence.
Right.
And it lets you see things differently. It lets you see space differently. And in a lot of ways, it lets you see the totality of the city.
Mhm.
At least that's how you've always felt. Being in here, you've never seen the totality of the city in this way. This building is connected literally by wires to every inch of the city. Thousands and thousands of connections. You are getting almost like a precursor to like what you imagine when you imagine like internet age connectivity. This is about as close as you get before the internet, right? Like electricity, but also these wires that are connected to the observatory, and connected in particular to a large clock somewhere in this observatory that back in the day, back when you were alive, right?
Mhm.
And a bit before, literally controlled. It was the control clock for other clocks throughout the entire city. This is a place of power for power, but it is also, in a lot of ways, a focal point for the city itself.
Okay, so that's what Muhammad was talking about. Okay. Do I see anything besides the wires? Like anything that
And you see a more insubstantial thing, something that, and not for the faction so much, but something that you can only describe as power, the power of this place, all flowing to this older gentleman sitting there rubbing his eyes on a rocking chair.
Okay. And Merritt's just working on the toilet right now?
Pretending to.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm fully sabotaging it.
You're
so
sabotaging the toilet. Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna basically turn like I'm gonna let the water go until it just floods the entire place.
Okay. Sure.
Well, I was
There's
more
no-
curious if I could float over to him and like whisper something to him without the owner.
You
the
think so?
inhabitant
Yeah,
of-
he's pretty far away. This guy, he's not like following through. This is in a lot of ways a public space, right? So I don't think he feels the need to like follow Merritt through this place. He's just hoping he gets the fuck out quick so he can go back to
Okay.
bed.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna float over to him and let him know what I saw. Just hey, Matt, like, there's something going on here. Like, what Muhammad was talking about, all those wires, they're all right here, and I think this guy is holding it all together. Are we sure we want to be messing with this?
Well, I've known Mo for a long time, and he's gonna beat on something here. Hey, can you do any crazy shit?
Uh,
Can you make it smell really bad or something, anything like that?
I mean, after all the beans you ate at the tortilla flats, I don't think we need help with that. But let me
That's
see
true.
if I can.
What are you doing here? You heard it, but you don't know where it came from. You look at the old man still back out where he was.
Okay. Nothing. Just talking to this guy here.
You shouldn't be here at all.
Merritt, are you? What are you doing here? What is this? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
You don't hear that voice?
Nope.
Honestly, it is awfully crowded here. I don't know that we need another.
Oh God, I'm going crazy. Is there? Shoot, I didn't pick Ghost Town. Is there anything I can do to check to see what spirit is talking to me, or?
I think as you're asking that, let me just double check. What would Ghost Town have? That's a
Right,
hit
I'm
the
looking
street.
at
Oh, that's a
Spectre
hit the
News right
streets
now.
thing. Yeah. So I think this is maybe put a face to a name,
Okay.
right? And not that you really have faces, but there's definitely two distinct, what you have determined to be specters here. So I think you might, yeah, I think rolling, this is another faction move, put a face to a name, and they are specters, which put them in the night. So roll with night.
Okay. So it's a 4, so 6.
Okay, 6 total. On a miss, you don't know them, or you owe them. The AMC will tell you wish. I think you don't know them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have a reason necessarily to know either one of these two, so I just think you don't. If you
Merritt, we're not alone in here, just to let you know.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm almost done.
Yeah, hurry up. I'm getting the creeps in here.
What are you doing there? I dare say you don't seem to be fixing a thing.
Oh, we're fixing something, just not repairing anything. Who the heck are you guys?
I think water damage might just it might do some very bad damage to these floorboards. These are originals, you know. You can't be just doing things like this.
Oh God, the antique ghosts.
I'm gonna finish up. Oh shit! It's looking bad in here. We're gonna have to clear out.
What?
Sorry, sir. I
And
apologize.
as he gets up, what do you mean it's getting bad?
There's something caught in the. Must be an animal or something down there. We're gonna call self-caught right in the pipes. We gotta clear out of here. Should be some real bad gas leak or something coming through.
You see the physical apparition of a tall gentleman with a well-trimmed beard, no mustache, Abe Lincoln style, in like a tuxedo and top hat, appear and say, I dare say, Siraj, these gentlemen have messed with your outhouse there. They've done some malarkey. Malarkey, I say.
What the hell's that?
I don't know what this ghost's talking about, but I promise you, we've been fixing this.
What? It's Siraj is like shaking his head like realizing that he should probably be a little more awake than he was thinking he would have to be. And he says, I don't understand. You... What is going... You've... Oh god, you've flooded the bathroom. What is this?
It's not looking good. We gotta get out of here. Let's just clear this whole place out. I'll have to come back. I'll have to come back later.
I'm gonna let you roll to mislead, distract, or trick. Because I think he's just tired enough that even though this ghost is set, he might just be just tired enough to get out the door. So roll with mind.
Great. Okay. 13.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, the opossum or something.
So you can pick 3. You can create an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time. I'm assuming you're gonna pick that third one.
the only one I want to pick is the one that gets him out the door.
Well, so there can be consequences for tricking people, right? So you can pick 3 out of 4 of these. I think you're creating an opportunity to get him out the door, and
I'm not trying to.
them.
I'm not trying to.
Do you want to
confuse
avoid?
them. Yeah, I don't want to expose a weakness or flaw.
Okay.
I just want to create an opportunity, confuse them, and maybe avoid further entanglement.
Yeah.
With whatever this is.
And I think,
happening.
Merritt is like, taking advantage of this guy that he's super fucking tired, and that his slippers are wet, so he's kind of like miffed about that, right? And he I can't talk. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm just really good at lying, man. You consider that?
Yeah,
Maybe that's really convincing.
And you like put your hand on his arm and kind of lead him out of the way and open the door, and he says, "Oh yes." And Victor, he steps out.
And I aim a swift boning directly to his forehead.
Roll to unleash an attack.
All right.
Roll with blood.
11, motherfucker.
Oh shit! All right. So you can choose to inflict terrible harm or to take something from them.
Ooh, damn. What would I take?
I don't know. This whole fucking building?
Yeah, how about the keys and ownership of this building?
Sure. As you reach and hit, there is a crack that is heard, you would think, for a mile away. As this bone in your hand shatters, kind of making you have to jump back, right? This guy goes down with what is probably just a small sound, since he is a rather petite man, although with the crack it seems like a large boom as he hits. As he hits the door, you see Muhammad finally open the door and kind of peek his head out over the car. And as you kind of look around, look up at Muhammad, you notice a cat run through your feet and into the building.
So, now what, Mohammed?
I'm coming. Yes. Closes the door and kind of makes his way over, doing kind of like that little jog walk thing, right? Where you're not actually gonna jog, but you're pretending that you're gonna walk quicker, so you pantomime jogging. And as he makes his way over to you, he says, "Yes, I'm going. Oh, step over you," and goes into the building and just says, "Oh yes, lovely place," and starts just making his way upstairs.
Is he dead? I'll lean down and check the old man.
The Spectre says, "I dare say, have you killed him?" "No, I don't think. He's not around. He'd be like me." Yeah, no, he seems alive. But he is out cold. Blood running from his head, much the way that Yvette did, although I think she was able to kind of stop her. Yvette, I think you've vomited at least once. And you are still feeling dizzy.
Can't just leave him out in the cold like this.
Where are we going?
You want to put him in car?
No, I don't want to put him in my car. Bloody old
By
man,
the way-
Mike, no, I'll get a blanket or something out of my trunk.
All right,
I
Victor
will
will
say
search
you are on
for the keys, though.
a rather exposed doorway in front of a rather busy street. And while at this time of night it's not particularly busy, there is nothing blocking the view of the main road to where you are now.
What time is it right now?
What, like 2, 3 in the morning after you guys got some margaritas, some food.
Is there like
fucked
some
around.
like bushes or something?
There
where I
are
can, like-
bushes, yeah.
Let's put him in the bushes.
Yeah, you Assassin's Creed this guy into the bushes.
Just throw him on the stairs.
And what's he got in his pockets? Let's hear it.
Keys. Yeah, you find his
Okay.
keys.
Perfect.
I think that's the thing you take from him, right? Is like you literally take the keys to the place, metaphorically, metaphysically, and physically.
Did anyone see that cat run in there?
Yeah, that's just Fluffy. Don't worry.
All right.
We're cool. Even though normally I hate cat.
Well, it's good to see you making friends out here.
Let's follow Mo then.
Not to be that guy, but can we ask Mo if it's okay if we can bring him back inside now that he's knocked out? I don't want to be a meta or anything like that. I mean, it is a cold February night.
First time.
Hey,
I'll
I'm
walk into the
not a
building
killer.
after Mo.
By this time, as you guys have been doing this outside, you see Muhammad walking back downstairs, and he looks fucking wild. His hands are out, and you see little shots of electricity jumping out of his fingertips. His hair is just, which is usually like tight, has straightened, turned white, and this dude looks like fucking dark-skinned dark brown right now, as it's all just sticking out. His eyes are doing that black swirl that they were doing before, and he has almost this like euphoric look over his face, of someone that is manic as he's walking down this like kind of spirally staircase. It's that's a rush. I can't believe that worked. Oh, thank you, friends. And as he like gestures out towards you, little bits of electricity shoot out of his fingertips. Not really going more than a couple inches, but making you flinch a little bit,
Don't touch
being
me with that.
reminiscent of what's below. Oh, pay no mind to that. The specter that has been sitting there in the top hat looks at him and says, "Oh, just wonderful. A new warden of the asylum," as he kind of turns, becoming invisible and immaterial as he does. This will be great. We'll have to fix the plumbing though. Ekphrasia, I'm sure you can get in on that, right? Yes.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I will go.
So what now, Mohammed? Again, we've done your bidding.
Yes, and much. And he starts like he has something stuck in his throat, and he's like, much appreciative. There's a lot more. There's a lot more here than I thought there would be. A lot more connections than I thought there would be.
What's wrong with you? You okay?
It's hard to hold it all together. This might take a bit more power. It's great power comes great responsibility. I've read that somewhere. And he kind of like, you watch as he's standing there, his shoulders stoop a little bit as he sits down in that rocking chair and starts rubbing his eyes. Almost immediately, Jasper and Merritt reminding you of the way the last gentleman sat there.
Should we be worried about this?
Why did we come here?
Oh,
Exactly. I think it's Mohammed that needs to worry now.
it may take me some time to make sense of, and he's gesturing the things you can't say, all of this. But I suppose if someone needs something more immediately, I could help them. Now, perhaps.
I would like to, after I fix the toilet and shit,
Yeah,
I'd like to, get down on his level. Like, just like,
yeah.
down right to it. Can you see when the beach is?
Okay. Question, guys, and I'm open to definitely either answer. Are we going to hold off and wait for 2 weeks on that line? Or are you cool to stay maybe just a little bit longer?
Let's
I'm down to stay.
I don't mind.
Okay. Merit, it sounds as if you are cashing in on one of the what's it called?
Debts?
The debts you have to find this out.
Yeah.
So when you cash in a debt, remind your debtor why they owe you, which I think he knows why he owes you, right? So I think you're asking him to do a favor for you to like help you figure this out or answer a question, like whatever it is. I just think I think he's going to help you, but I'm gonna say you're gonna cash in a debt.
I would
have him
assume
do it.
this would cost me a debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you can cash that in, so you don't have to roll anything.
So Victor owes me. So Mohammed now owes me 0 debt.
Okay.
That makes sense. I think that's thematically appropriate. Do you want me to roll for? Do I need to roll for something?
No,
here?
no. I think the idea of having debts is it's like you can be a little more sure that shit is gonna work. You know what I mean? Like that.
Okay,
I think.
make a PC do me a favor at moderate cost is what the first option is for cash.
Yeah. Yes, and I think that's what you're doing. And I think the moderate cost is the shit you've already done today. You know what I mean? Like, so he says, yes, why don't we go upstairs again? And he starts kind of making his way. This time, those black swirls in his eyes are still going. You cannot see his eyes. His hair is still standing up on end. But the electricity has stopped jumping from his fingers as he's grabbing the railing and making his way up. Who follows?
I mean, I definitely go up with him.
Yeah, Victor follows.
I would go too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay downstairs for now.
Okay. Jasper stays down here. Okay, so you guys all go up. And as you do, you see a couple things. One of the things you see is the big-ass fucking telescope, right? This is an observatory, right?
That's immediately Victor goes there.
Yeah, you kind of look over. It's old. It's big. It's kind of cool looking. The dome on top of this building is closed right now, so you can't look through. You can't look at anything through it. But it itself is old. You know all the exposed mechanisms and everything.
Victor loses interest as soon as he can't see anything through.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, might be cool once we're able to open this. And then you go over to a clock. All of the mechanisms are exposed. The gears, everything. And they're all still. And they're all turning. Because you can see it. You can see that in the physical world, right? This is a relic of the past. this huge mechanism with wires coming out in every direction, bundled together, right, leading into the floor and out and away. But there's movement there. Movement you can see, like a shadow, like a specter of turning gears. Movement you can hear, like a memory. Like you know what it's supposed to sound like with these gears turning, even though they're still. And it's over to this that he brings you. And there's a little stool kind of in front of it, right? Where people might be able to like sit and look at it, right? And he pulls out the stool and says, have a seat, Ekphrasia.
All right. And I'll sit down.
And he puts a hand on the glass case that's around this clock, right? Not even on the clock itself. And then again goes over your forehead. Except his hand is not glowing this time, but doing much of what he did before. And he says, you have had 2 memories. 2 remembrances. You had one on a beach, and the other in a forest. Which answer would you like? I won't be able to make sense of this for you. I'm not a seer, but I can help you see it.
I don't even remember the forest.
Was the beginning of the first session. That's how we opened the first session. Just as players, that's how. When you were dreaming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The second he says the beach, Victor, Yvette, and Merritt, the 3 that are up there, you're not in the observatory anymore.
Dios mío, what's going on?
You are on a beach. It is nighttime. It is dark.
What?
You're all holding something, and you're all running at full speed, surrounded by others running. And as you do, you realize your clothing is pretty heavy. It's not cold anymore, right? Like at the beach this time of year, it should be cold, but it's not, right? It feels more like a summer night. And you realize you're carrying something rather heavy. You look down and appears to be a gun. No, it's not a gun. It's a musket. And out in the distance, you realize that you and this entire battalion that you're with are wearing military uniforms, carrying muskets, and silently running across this beach towards a boat moored off along the way.
Merritt, where are we?
What the? I don't know.
You're not yourselves. You look around and you're talking, and you're hearing each other's voices, but you're not yourselves. You're all men. You're all dressed in some old-time uniforms.
What are we running from? I'll look over my shoulder.
You're not running from anything. You're running towards the boat.
What does the boat look like?
I don't like this dream.
The boat is old, made of wood, right? 2 large sails. And you notice now that the people running towards it, that there are rowboats on the shore. People start jumping into them as they get there, start pushing them out, and start rowing as quickly as possible out towards this boat, not moored terribly far off the docks. There are definitely soldiers, enemy soldiers on that boat. What did a lot of you do?
Is the ship lit up?
It is, yes. Although at this point, I don't know that they realize as early as in the morning, right? I don't think they realize what is coming, that this attack is coming. There are some lights, but whoever is on watch maybe may not be doing a terribly great job at the moment. At this point, those running on the sand, those getting into these rowboats, are being rather silent too, and do not have any like torches or anything lit to light their way. They're lit simply by the faint moonlight on this cloudy day.
I would try to go to one of the empty rowboats.
Sure.
Moonlight.
Yes.
I'll look up at the moon.
Hard to see because it is through a lot of shadow. It is definitely not full.
Okay.
But you do still feel a certain pull towards it. You look down at your hands to see what they're doing. Not only are you not transforming anyway, it's not your hand.
What? I'll jump into a boat.
Yeah,
Let's go. Come on.
Yvette, do you get in as well?
I do, yep.
You push off some other people, this now overcrowded rowboat, as you grab them and pull. As other boats start getting closer and closer to the boat, to the ship farther out, you start hearing yelling. You start hearing musket fire, and you start getting people start lighting torches. Yvette, before you even know what you're doing, you pull out a torch and light it yourself, flaring up as you're making your way. At this part, it's more of an all-out battle as you, Merritt and Victor, ferociously are rowing your way further out. The people in the boat with you now yelling, getting muskets ready, firing onto the boat, though at this point it's hard to see what's there, and then starting to reload. What do you do?
Start shooting them.
I'll keep rowing. You shoot.
I'm on the oars.
I'll shoot. I'll grab a musket and fire.
Yeah, Merritt, you're on the oars. One of the other randos also that's already fired their musket grabs the other oars. Victor comes, aims, and goes to shoot. Victor, roll to unleash an attack.
Eight.
Okay, an 8 is a mixed success. So, you're gonna do harm, but then you have to choose one. They inflict harm on you, or you find yourself in a bad spot.
Find myself in a bad spot.
Okay. As you're getting closer and closer, this time, Merritt, almost on instinct, you pull yourself up right alongside this boat. As Victor aims up and shoots, hits someone on board who falls over, right? But because you're so close, it smacks into the side. The boat wobbles, and Victor, you drop your musket and fall back, end up in the Atlantic. Yvette, you're holding this torch. You are next to the boat. What do you do?
I will, I'll pick up the musket with my other hand.
Yeah.
And I'll throw the torch at them.
Sure. I think
and
you're...
shoot.
Okay, I am also going to have you roll to unleash an attack. Both with the... I'm going to count kind of like with the torch, with the musket, all kind of as one. So you're going to roll with blood.
Boom. 11.
Okay. So you can choose one of the following. Do you want to inflict terrible harm or take something from them?
Inflict terrible harm.
Okay. Your torch is the first one thrown on. And obviously it hits something extremely flammable. It lights, sending up a big roar of fire. You hear another roar of victory from the rowboats around you as you hear screams from the British on the boat. Uh, at this point, Victor, you're still splashing in the water. I want you to roll, I think, to keep your cool to get back onto the boat. Whereas Merritt, I want to know what you're doing next while he's rolling.
If I saw him fall in the water, I would reach an oar out to help him try to get back up.
Sure, yeah, and he got an 8 for that too. So he kind of stops splashing, sees the oar that you offered, grabs onto it as you just help haul him back on. Yvette, you see, after throwing that torch, grabs a musket and, like, someone that's trying to, like, get over the side to get away from this now burning boat, whoosh, shoots them
Thank you, Merit.
as they fall backwards into the blaze. Everyone around, in this rather quick attack, right? They start kind of backing up a bit from the boat that is now setting ablaze. You see the two large sails are absolutely caught. The main masts have gone up, and people are jumping into the ocean to try to get away from all of the fire.
Well, time to go.
Let's get the hell out
Let's
of here.
roll.
Yeah, a few people that had boarded the ship, one of them jumps right into the boat with you to get off as they're all starting to go away. There is blood pooling in the water around you as bodies are floating by. But the people you were with are cheering, every once in a while shooting off another shot at this shit. At the ship. And the shit on it. Sorry. As you do, everyone's kind of cheering. You all look at yourselves, and much like before, you're seeing both these faces, right, of these white men in military uniform, but you also see the shadows beneath of your faces as you look at each other, not quite understanding what's going on.
Nice throw, Yvette. Like you won it for us.
Thank you. Victor,
Yes.
whenever we get back to the real world,
You're back. Immediately. The second you say that, you just, like, pop back into your bodies. You can still feel the heat of the blaze on your face, as you're kind of released. Merritt, you realize at this point that Muhammad had grabbed onto your forehead, and he just releases as you kind of jump back. And he goes, "Oh, did something happen?"
Oh,
Victor, you're dripping wet.
wow. That was a hell of a dream, guys.
I thought you fixed the plumbing. What's up with him?
what the hell was that?
Can I?
Yvette, you were saying something, no?
Yeah, I think hearing, like, yelling or whatever from upstairs, Jasper, like, floats up through the floor.
What the heck is going on with you guys? Why is Dog Boy all wet over here?
I'll shake the water off as much as I can.
We'll have
Being
to tell you
invisible, I
later.
hit some Vickets on me and kind of outlines me a little. What are you doing, man? How did you even get wet?
We'll have to tell
was-
you later.
You had to be there.
It's too much to explain here now.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Victor,
Yes.
I heard something that I believe to be true. I'm surprised you're even here right now, actually, now that I think about it.
Why is that?
Well, Johnny of Fortuna, that
Yes.
shitty restaurant that we were at, I heard that his uncle was killed.
When?
Well, I heard this the other day.
I have not heard. Thank you for letting me know.
I don't know why I didn't bring it up sooner. I must have forgot.
Well, I'll deal with this soon.
You should be careful. These are some scary people.
So am I.
Fair enough.
Nice to know you care.
Well, I don't, but concern more so than care. Just don't go getting killed, okay?
Will do my best.
I'm going to go and find a bed. I'm a little run down after all that, honestly. It's fucking late. Hopefully that
Meredith,
tiny man had a normal-sized bed.
did you get what you need, Meredith?
I have
that
no
bad?
idea.
Muerto?
No, he was alive when I left him.
What about now?
We can check. But again, Mohammed,
Yeah,
when
yes.
does the reward come through?
Which
We
reward
keep
is
running
that?
your errands.
Yes, yeah, it was good. It worked well. What is it that you need, Victor?
You promised power,
And I have it.
and I don't.
Oh. Well, what do you need? Let's talk about it tomorrow. I've got a lot going on right now.
Why don't I just add
Yes, you
another
will
debt to the
know.
pile?
I suppose. I'll get it back to you some point.
You better.
Don't forget, I'm the one with the keys, and I'll jangle the keys to the observatory.
As long as I have the wires and the stars. Huh. He just starts making his way down the stairs, trying to find where the fuck the bedroom is.
Jasper, we just had some
Loco.
wild history lesson.
Loco. I literally burned
And that's not the first.
the British alive. Literally burned them to death.
It was war. You had to.
It wasn't war yet. And I don't know why that thought pops into your head after you say it, but you know it's true.
That's not the first time that I've been back there.
What do you mean?
There's something. There's something underneath the city. Swimming down in the sewers. It sent me back. And I've been trying to get Mo to help me figure out what it is.
Wait a second. Something swimming beneath the city? In the sewers.
In the water.
It's probably just a giant
Yeah.
fucking rat. This is Providence after all?
I don't think I've met a rat that can send people back in time.
I don't know, Merritt. That's some wild stuff you're saying.
And what we just experienced wasn't.
I suppose that's true. I have to.
You know, I don't care if you believe me or you think I'm crazy, but
I don't think you're
I
crazy.
saw what I
just
saw.
I just don't know if what you're saying is accurate.
all I know is that I've been on that beach before. Before tonight.
In your dreams.
Just for a moment. No,
Could we look up
the
this?
forest was in my dreams.
This had to be in the past, correct? We could look it up.
Yeah, we could.
Go to the library. Check out some books.
Whatever happened that night?
Did you see a name on the ship? Did any of us?
That is a great question. What can I have you roll?
Let's see what moves we've got.
To see if you were able in all of... I want to say, I've been using Keep Your Cool for a lot of stuff, which I think it is a move to be used for a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is also... I think in the moment, I'm going to say no, because in the moment you didn't think of it. So,
Fair enough.
like, your characters didn't think to look for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we didn't know. But the people we were like, we didn't know what it was. The name of the ship was.
Yeah, you think
Like
you
in our
did.
head, we wouldn't know.
You think you did. And you think if you did some research, whatever remnant memories you have would let you know when you were on the right track. But the name's escaping you. Your name's escaping you. The guy that jumped into your boat afterward, you knew his name too, but it's escaping you.
Based on the musket, we at least know time period. So, if any of you are readers, you can go check library.
I have to open up the shop in a few hours. I need to get my rest, but you guys can feel free to come to my shop. I'm open from 8:30 to 5.
Thanks of it.
Maybe we can go to the library in between my second job. I get there for 7:30.
Hey, maybe you should take tomorrow off. You had a rough night.
You sure you don't need hospital? You do look hurt.
Hospital. I don't have any insurance, so I'm going to avoid that. Thank you.
I could talk to some of my ghost buddies, see if they know anything about if any of them are from that age you're talking about.
That's a good idea.
Lovely. Let us know.
Will do.
And with that, even though I really just want to keep going for another hour or two, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to say we'll pick up right there in 2 weeks.
Oof, that was a good one.
After the holidays.
Mhm.
I'm
We gotta find out where the hell Fluffy went off to.
I'm very interested in just putting too much, and I'm trying to. There's other things I want to throw, but I'm trying to be a incremental storyteller here and hold some things
That's good.
back. So we'll hold.
Keeping us in suspense.
Good fucking shit, everybody. Thank you, TF, Tony, Efferton. We appreciate the love that you're sending us. Yeah, I think this was an awesome session. This was session, what, 3?
Yep.
Yeah, really starting to get into some things now. Really starting to get that characterization. Have you guys together, right? And it doesn't mean you're not going to be going off, obviously, and doing your own things, too. But I kind of liked also having this, like, extended session of you guys doing something. But you guys kind of, like, set up, planned, executed, all in one thing. Very cool. Very cool.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Everyone thank this
And
particular
we're
cat
blazing.
for being... this is Fluffy Incarnate right here.
Oh, perfect.
Oh!
Bye, Fluffy.
Yeah, my hand hurts now. I did that. Okay. Did it to my damn
Yeah, that's
self.
what happened to me too.
Yeah,
when,
I know.
When I slapped Fluffy.
It was. Alright, yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you guys for taking your time and playing games with me. Very much appreciate it. I'll see you all 2 weeks from today.
All 3.
Have a good night.
For the next Urban Shadows.
Erp.
Thank you, everyone.
Till next time.
Urban Shadows.